Okay, everyone, we want to take a moment to talk about the 0.1% that are the nasty, who have the biggest platforms, and how they're teaching the 99% how to be bad people. So you can believe in optimism all you want, but all that does is close off the reality of what's actually going on. So that is a cover-up. It's a cover-up for the realities. Because people aren't willing to do the actual work. They're just yelling on a pedestal saying, I'm rich. Look at my fiance. Look at how rich I am and look at how generous I am. And I'm such an optimistic person for myself. And I believe in you. Thanks for the kudos. That's just fueling the people like Kim Kardashian and Monavan to tell them that you believe in them. They're the ones with the largest platforms who you're engaged to and who you're doing business with. So they literally set the trajectory for everyone else failing while all you run around and just do business deals with these people. While no accountability or responsibility, and there's no repercussions for any of the bad behavior that you all participate in. Where you glorify yourself on a platform when in the audience, Monavan is sitting there terrorizing everyone. She was in the children's bookstore. She was at the children's wine library with children in the room. And she's the 0.01% of the negativity. And then you're sitting in a room where it's allegedly your apartment together. Where you then say, I woke up early in the morning and didn't expect to get stitches. Oh, because you had an argument at your apartment with your fiance, because you are living with someone else, and because you are literally a liar to 100 billion people. Of course there's not 100 billion people on the planet. So you can go ahead and act like you're heroes on red carpets and gala events while you parade around your Spaniards and your Kim Kardashians and you do these bad business deals while you then say things about your opinion on politics and go on to Squawk Box and go to ABC and NBC and CBS and all these horrific anti-American terrorist platforms that only assist the 0.1%. 0.01%, with a 0.1% looking to be just like them, and those voices are the loudest, yet that is your network, and that's who you're actually teaching to. You sure can take a horse to the water trough, but you definitely can't make him drink. Supposedly we live in a free country where we can make our own decisions about how we live our life and what we choose. So then you posing for diamond photography is your personal choice while you cry out optimism. You go ahead and live in optimism and I'll live in the real world of what's actually going on, is that you're telling everyone you're engaged. If two people say they're engaged, they're engaged. If one of those people runs around and talks shit about the person who literally on a daily basis is calling you out regularly, then you're not for that person, are you? If you married someone and now you're on a carpet and you get paid by your wife to allow Kim Kardashian to abuse us, then you're involved in the crime behavior. Not sure what part of that, as you try to parade yourself as if you're such a great person. You're not. Bad behavior deserves to be accountable and held responsible with repercussions, such as your trip to Bodrum and your trips to Qatar and your trips to all over the fucking globe where you're opening businesses to promote a Persian style of existence with a bunch of Persian-style employees where you all talk as if you're Democrats. Because the reality is the way you speak, the way you educate is Democrat. And people have expectations that they're going to be famous. That they're going to find their diamond ring based on their abuse system of the 0.01%. The reality of the context in which we live. While you literally stand in a video where you announce to the world that you voted for Biden. So what does that tell you about what we're dealing with the entire organized crime network of TikTok and social media platforms? They're all rotten to the core, and they're the 0.1% of the horror who's telling you to have optimism. That's a blanket structure to close down your existence as a human being, to be able to make decisions for your kids, while they subliminally abuse you on a regular basis and parade around their apartments, their diamonds, and all the other nasty shit that he's involved in. So go take a look at the refrigerator at Mona Van's house that she never cleans. That actually is Gary Vaynerchuk's house as well. Go take a look at the refrigerator and the oven that's at Gary Vaynerchuk's house that he shares with Mona Van, where she talks on video how they're sharing an apartment together. Go take a look at Mona Van's platform and her content, which is a direct reflection of everything that Gary Vaynerchuk represents. Everything that Gary Vaynerchuk is doing is the same thing Matthew McConaughey's doing. It's the same thing that George Clooney is doing. It's the same thing that all your famous male stars are up to. It's the same thing. Their women are literally the worst people that we've ever seen as women in the 99 percentile. Excuse me, the 99.99 percentile. However, so convincing is your smile and your dance and your holding and your caressing and your dancing and all the other nasty shit that you think that people want to see. But the only reason that people want to see that shit is because you planted that shit in their head, just like we were planted in our head from our classmates that we weren't good enough. So you literally are the plant of the seed to destroy the country with a woman named Mona Van, who is what? Iranian. So you can try all you might, each and every one of you, but I will continue to call each and every one of you famous celebrity people who get chased after for your autograph and your fucking picture, while you try to deteriorate every interest that any normal person has ever had, so that Bella Hadid and her low-cut big boobs can prance in our faces, so she can ride a horse and destroy humanity because she's from Palestine. It might be a really good idea to take a look at what Israel is up to let you know that they might be fighting the battle of humanity, and how Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have turned their backs on humanity. And they've enlisted all their celebrity counterparts to do the same, such as Pharma D. While we watch the Kardashians operate in commercials to sell us on another weapon called drugs. That is not professional, that is not normal, but they'll do anything to get attention, like spread their legs for anyone on a red carpet. The reality is these women are a catastrophe. They're horrific, and they're destroying the lives of millions and billions of people. And everyone's just standing around and watching the train wreck and have nothing else to say but looking for their own version of day trading attention. While they teach abso-fucking-lutely nothing, except for look at my fake butt, my fake boobs, my fake face, my Botox, and my little wrinkle that sits right here. And that's what we're actually dealing with. So keep your optimism and shove it up your fucking ass, because nobody's interested.